Check 53, Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
On second down, it's McGee. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Oh, a scrap.
Okay, Madden, you're right.
He's going to come down with it. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. They'll run on first down. McGee, and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm about to blow this kid out, man. Kid's bad, very bad.
But it winds up falling incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're...
I mean, look at this.
They're going to be upset.
Bro!
But at least they're there.
Right, what?
To make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a
Fucking guy just fucking had a swerve catch me, drag.
All right, back to football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Come on, set, 8, read. Topper! Switch. Smith! On the ball. Shoot!
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That's
Fucking dot. Cook him early.
Way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, come on, JK.
Tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 39, Minshew. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
218, chop.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play. Have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Let it. 45,
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
60 outlaw. And Alpha.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and it can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still... cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
A gain of 12 on the play. It's now 3rd and 7.
What? Playing my Madden game. My franchise game.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
What are you doing?
They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A couple of nice plays for Jacksonville. Another first down there. On first down, it's McGee. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the Broncos' 48-yard line.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it second down and 11. On second down now, it's Brown. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Brown. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time.
There he goes left side. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
What?
Give him 69 yards on the ground. Right back to him on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Minshew sets to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
They'll run on first down. McGee, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 8. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Oh my God! It's throwing right to me. What the fuck is that?
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the
switch ankle is the guy to death.
We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Minshew, first and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace.
Yeah.
Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet.
Ah! The guy threw it right to me. What a scrub.
Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take
Told you. We're playing dirty here, Nick.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They don't give it here to his
Oh my God.
And that'll
Blew it up.
the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now a give right side. Downs.
Ooh.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Nick, it's time for
This great starting field
crossers.
A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw it.
Read the defense. Read the defense.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
Give me that. Oh, what?
From him soon.
Going back right to that same well.
Zone on 1st down, but it winds
Bum
up
ass
incomplete.
Cortland Sutton.
You've always been very good about checking my math.
I got max security X Factor. You still can't catch that.
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now.
Have no fear, Nick. I'm on the way after this
Some
game.
good, strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On 3rd down.
Big boys, get in there.
And he'll get in.
Let's go.
Touchdown,
Go for 2.
Denver.
Run it up.
Great effort there.
Show no mercy.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run it here.
Oh, yeah. Give me that animation. That's what we like.
As he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The kickoff team on the field now is...
Just start running the nickel.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's going to go out of bounds.
Dang, that quarterback's fast.
Down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic.
Run it back.
Intercepted.
Move.
Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
Oh, my God.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Going deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his crew will take over at their own.
Man, it's the rain.
45-yard line.
Rain is getting to us.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit.
That's holding.
The worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be...
Like, seriously, bro. We see it coming. Like, stop throwing that tough shit, man.
Instead, it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Oh, my God, I fell. This game done bust my ass on the ground.
The last drive, remember, similar situation.
Nick, I feel like this the cage in 2K. Keep falling, man.
To a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at him.
And he will find his man on the end route.
Man, hit this dude, yo.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception.
If this kid going to just scramble, we have a problem.
Apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's McGee. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a
Off my
couple
QB
remaining.
spy.
The drop to throw. Toward the
Give it a
end
pick.
zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Be damned if he goes for this.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Oh, I messed up.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Look at that.
And the Broncos
Bum.
get there
Get my
and
ball
take
back,
it
man.
down. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach David? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Gonna take a shot for Gallup.
Caleb, get big. Okay.
Down to the 35.
Gotta say,
Now the
give me that.
Broncos gonna use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone.
Hopkins.
Bronco touchdown.
No sleeve Hopkins.
In the final seconds of the first half, and the Broncos push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to
Nick
start their next
is getting
drive.
ugly.
Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
take
my
your
actual
time,
clock,
first
man.
half, you
I
still
got
got a
another
chance.
game to play
I
after
think
this.
they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down.
Oh, you stiff arm him? Come on.
Up to the 48.
That was a beast, man.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into
Wait till it gets
that
abilities.
offense to close
It'll
the game
flank
out,
the defenses.
but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew. And he'll find Moreau here.
Easy.
And he's gonna
Easy
have
money.
another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
Lamar Jackson plays defense? Okay.
The 24-yard line.
Back to Micah, man.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
5, 10,
yeah,
15
you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone
Why?
else.
I'm about to get something to eat.
Take him down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Show it up. Show it up. Boom, boom. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
2nd and 5. Dancing away at the 30. Looking
Man.
middle, and that's complete.
Lay this dude out.
And this is going to
Hell.
be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. They'll run on first down. McGee.
All I want is hit
It's a 7-yard
sticks.
carry
No more
to
regular
set them
tackle.
up
Straight
with
up
a
hit
2nd and
sticks.
3. Second and 3. Over the middle.
Guy throwing right to me.
Defenders get tired of hearing about
Sleep
their
is fun.
lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues, and the chains move again. They complete it to Hill. A gain of 6 there on first. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown.
My defense just completely just messed up. Like, guy, this game, bro. You stupid.
A great play there with his first career
Like,
NFL
look at this.
touchdown.
These my D-line?
Jaguars make some
Like, the fuck is
inroads
that?
here on that deficit. Looking to throw, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Come on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
Oh, come on, run. Speed up, 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 speed up. Speed up.
Finish off the drive.
Slow
It
ass.
does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A huge play there for Denver. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the Jaguars' 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Now Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'll take my 3.
They were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And his kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. They run the counter. It's Brown.
What this is?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh.
Second and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They're going to look to throw. He is going to find Hill here.
Gave me some shit.
Call that a very strong gain
So
of
stupid.
24. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go one more.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And a short return to the 6-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a throw here to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll give it here to Brown. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. In the backfield by himself is Brown, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
Back. Check three. Go.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
I ain't gonna lie, I love it. I just don't got enough people to play with me.
I don't like it when they knock down my shit, you know, that I build this, I spend a week building something, it's destroying my shit.
Yeah.
And I'm sad the next 2 days.
Point up and up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to.
I thought you
Me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many crimes to be worried I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I've never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me run up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, I'm going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears.
let's go. Here we go, D, get off the field.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 3rd down, Love, and that's caught by Smith. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Love. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Touchdown, Detroit. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
They took out all their desert screens and all that shit. Go to work. Oh, what you doing, buddy?
Oh, no. Oh, I thought that was you.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Looking to throw. Herbert.
Nice play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd.
I versus you.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Love.
Got it out of bounds.
Yeah, he's just going to get rid of this thing.
No weak shit, man.
Here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So after the 2nd down,
dude talk about 1v1 him. What a goddamn clown.
Come on, please.
Quit the clown shit, man.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go
Let's
away.
go.
And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Run with Tony some more.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. That's taken in by Callaway. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down.
Talking about just pistol ace all game? My God.
2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Set 18, Gator. Check by 50. And watch the leg. Fight.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the gun, Herbert. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off down at the 2. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Back to throw. Love letting one go. And that is
Die! That's a hot one.
Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to extend.
Hotcakes, hotcakes. Buy one, get one.
Concern, but the extra points up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team put away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let him run. He gonna let a pass eventually.
Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Love.
Oh my God!
Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores.
Is it like a 3-score? Is it there a 3-score?
I would continue to go in that direction.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big
All it is just cheese.
backfield and catch the ball.
All it is a bunch of cheese players, huh?
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on.
So it's CPU or like user?
Their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
To throw again. Herbert looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Right here, right here. Double time, double time.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
That's it, baby.
So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to fire one deep over them. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
No.
And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Back to throw. Love. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Love. And for the fourth time,
Oh my God, my guy's never jumping, bro.
Picked up by Josh Jackson, and a big turnover there as his guys will get
Fucking
the
Madden.
football back. At the line,
I got
for their
2K too.
next drive, the Bears offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Man, I got you. Get it.
To throw on third down. Herbert, eluded, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Love. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Love. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get it.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Sure. Shit. Fight.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Herbert being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. Operating from the gun. Love to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Love. Back to the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their... As Sanders has it poked free. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The big fella. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to throw on second down. Love going for the deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Herbert trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw. Love. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
To throw from his end zone. Herbert. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, it's Sanders, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. He's going to air one out. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Well, this secondary's done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter with his man or zone.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
On fourth down, Herbert got his target, Samuel. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Herbert going up top. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Off play action. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. Love. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. This quarterback now A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Love. It's caught. Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 13 yards out. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And a quick throw here that's complete. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final.